The Chief Justice, Justice Sonia Gokhani ji, Justice AJ Desai, Justice Asutosh Shastri, Justice AY Kokje, Justice Ilesh Vora, and Justice Samir Dave to please come on the dais. May I have your lordship's permission to commence the proceedings? Very good evening. I take this privilege to warmly welcome my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Miss Justice Sonia Gokhani, Judge, High Court of Gujarat. I also welcome Honorable Judges of the Recruitment Committee for Civil Judges, Honorable Mr. Justice AJ Desai, Honorable Mr. Justice Asutosh Shastri, Honorable Mr. Justice AY Kokje, Honorable Mr. Justice Ilesh Vora, and Honorable Mr. Justice Samir Dave. And I also welcome Honorable Judges of the High Court of Gujarat. I also welcome respected Advocate General Sri Kamal Trivedi, Government Pleader Mrs. Manisha Lavkumar, Public Prosecutor Mr. Nitesh Amin, Additional Solicitor General Mr. Devang Vyas. I also welcome newly appointed civil judges and their family members. I also welcome the registrars and officers of the Gujarat High Court. I also welcome Law Secretary and other secretaries of the Legal Department. I also welcome the President and Office Bearers of the Gujarat High Court Bar Association and the Chairman of Bar Council of Gujarat. The state government has been pleased to appoint 55 civil judges in Gujarat Judicial Service, with notification dated 13th January 2023 and 17th January 2023. The newly appointed civil judges are Mr. Aditya Rajesh Bhai Gaur, Mr. Kevin Kumar Bhupesh Bhai Parmar, Mr. Bharat Ramchand Lakhwani, Ms. Pooja Pinakin Patel, Mr. Ravindra Kumar, Mr. Dharmik Ashok Bhai Gohel, Ms. Meghaben Mahesh Kumar Ravdhare, Mr. Pranat Kumar Mulshankar Joshi, Mr. Omdev Singh Bhailu Bhai Gohil, Mr. Manoj Kamal Bhai Pandya, Ms. Mayuri Rakesh Jain, Ms. Pankti Pradeep Kumar Soni, Ms. Kirti Sharma, Mr. Harnish Heman Bhai Patel, Mr. Krishna Kumar Rampal Lauria, Mr. Rahul Sachdeva, Ms. Diksha Trivedi, Mr. Nisarg Sanjeev Kumar Patel, Ms. Nikita Bhanuprasad Sharma, Mr. Yadavendra Pranveer Singh Yadav, Mr. Nikhil Agrawal, Mr. Hitesh Kumar Ramesh Chandra Patel, Mr. Dhruvraj Singh Bhupendra Singh Chauhan, Mr. Pushparaj Singh Narendra Singh Jadeja, Ms. Akanksha Parashar, Mr. Hardik Kumar Pradeep Bhai Chawda, Mr. Bhavesh Kumar Sanjay Bhai Parmar, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Okhaji Garg, Ms. Sunita Bhati, Mr. Parth Mahavir Singh Jala, Mr. Bhavesh Chandilal Waja, Ms. Sonia Ramesh Kumar Ahuja, Ms. Parvati Devram Bhai Mokaria, Ms. Kalyani Narendra Kumar Trivedi, Mr. Divyakant Vishnu Prasad Pandya, Ms. Mithalben Dilip Singh Jadhav, Mr. Ronit Amrut Bhai Chauhan, Mr. Rutvij Falgun Bhai Trivedi, Mr. Harshad Raja Bhai Khamal, Mr. Yash Pintu Kumar Shah, Ms. Hetalben Dasharath Bhai Panchal, Mr. Dharanth Ramesh Patel, Mr. Deven Bipin Bhai Gadvi, Mr. Kunal Bipin Chandra Bhavsar, Mr. Mayur Subhas Bhai Gelot, Mr. Mainak Bipin Chandra Raval, Ms. Prerna Rajesh Chapia, Mr. Rajdeep Singh Raghunath Singh Jodha, Mr. Jiten Kumar Subhash Chandra Joshi, Ms. Priyaben Prakash Chandra Kala, Ms. Kaushar Banu Aidal Khan Pathan, Mr. Bhavesh Naveen Chandra Trivedi, Ms. Sipra Sayal, Ms. Pruthwa Nirav Purani, and Mr. Prakhar Gautam. The newly appointed civil judges shall take an oath before my Lord Honorable the Chief Justice. Now I request all the civil judges to stand up at their respective place, please. May I request my Lord Honorable Chief Justice to administer oath to all the 55 newly appointed civil judges simultaneously.
I, having been appointed to the judicial service of the state of Gujarat as civil judge, do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability knowledge and judgment perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
The oath taking ceremony is complete. I request the learned civil judges to take their seats, please. Now I request my Lord Honorable the Chief Justice to address and bless newly appointed civil judges, please.
My esteemed sister, Justice Sonia Gakani, my esteemed brothers who are on the committee, Justice Desai, Justice Shastri, Justice Kokje, Justice Ileshwara, and Justice Samir Dave, all my brother and sister judges who are present here, the learned Advocate General, the learned government pleader, registrars of the High Court, the President and the Secretary of the Bar Association and all office bearers, staff of the High Court, newly appointed civil judges, their family members, ladies and gentlemen. I will take 15 minutes of your time more to our newly selected judges. Though I may not be able to converse with you in Gujarati, I hope and presume that by virtue of Article 248, you will be understanding English, which is the language of the High Court. Moment you, the concept with which we were born and brought up in the judiciary as a lawyer and as a judge is that if you say a judge means that he has practiced as a lawyer. Now that is a different issue for some of them. But still I am of the view that it only when you practice you will know the practical difficulty of a lawyer. So keep this in mind. The first question would be, who would be a good judge? How can you become a good judge? Is it by serving long period with a clean record? Is it promptly and regularly deciding the cases on monthly quota basis? This is one. Eurofia created in the mind of the district judiciary this quota system. Is it being considerate and courteous to the litigant? These are the normally asked questions. And who is a good judge? For this, I would like to quote as to who would be the best judge would be what is known as a person by name called Ubhay Bharati. Has anybody heard who is Ubhay Bharati? She was the wife of Mr. Mandan Mishra, a Vedic scholar at Mithila, near Prayagraj, about 1200 years back. When Adi Shankaracharya sets his foot to travel the length and breadth of the country to propagate the Advaita philosophy of the Aham Brahmasmi, so he comes across several scholars, debates with them, and puts home his point of view. And when he wanted to have a debate with Mr. Mandan Mishra, then an erudite scholar. So everyone said, initially he refused, you must be, no, I'll cut short that. Ultimately, he agrees that we will have a debate. So the debate commences. Before commencing, they will say who should be the judge. Both of them are scholars, extraordinary scholars. On one side, Adi Shankar, on the other side, Mandan Mishra. So at that time, the Adi Shankara, who is considered as the reincarnation of Lord Shiva, says, Mr. Mandan Mishra, let your wife be the judge. Everybody will be shocked because nobody knew at that point of time that Ubhay Bharati was a scholar. The secret was known only between the husband and wife because he marries his guru's daughter on the condition that she will not exhibit her talent in public because she was more intelligent, more proficient, more learned than Mandan Mishra. So with this promise, he takes from his guru, he gets married to his guru's daughter, that is Ubhay Bharati. And she performs the duty of a judge. The debate starts, and as you all know, the debate in those days, they used to put a garland to the debaters. So both of them sit together, and ultimately after 12 days of debate, she declares that Mandan Mishra has lost. And everyone says, no, Adi Shankaracharya says, no, you declare me as winner. She said, no, please wait. I have declared you I was supposed to judge. You had confidence. I have declared him as lost. And next goes, then she says, now I perform the duty of a judge. Why I said is, the opponent should have the confidence. That means every litigant public who comes to your court should have confidence that you will be performing your duty as a judge with impartiality and extend all courteousness. The confidence should be built. The trust should be built. Only it is in your hands because you will be managing the court. And then she says, all right, now that I am the Ardhangini, that is, she better half of my husband, now you debate with me. And that goes on for 16 days. And then she also loses. Then she says, all right, I have also lost, you have won. That's a different issue. The one he was harping upon is that the confidence the other side should have in the system of judicial dispensation. A judge duty is to render justice by his fairness in hearing, equitable decision, and should earn himself, the judiciary, the trust and respect in the public. I would like to just quote one aspect, that is, it is normally and everywhere it is called as Bangalore Draft Code of Judicial Conduct 2001. It was adopted by Judicial Group on Strengthening Judicial Integrity, revised at the roundtable meeting of Chief Justices of all the countries, held at Peace Palace, that is Hague, on 25/11/2002 and 26/11/2002. And this is also endorsed by The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, that is Article 14.1 of the United Nations General Assembly, to which India is a signatory state, which says all persons should be equal before the courts and tribunals in determination of any criminal charge against him or his rights and obligations in a suit at law. Everyone shall be entitled to fair and independent hearing by a competent, independent, and impartial judge established by law. A good judge he should be competent, independent, impartial. He or she should give fair and public hearing, to treat all persons equal. To achieve this, a judge has to develop certain skills. I say that there are two types of skills. What is known as judicial skill and administrative skill. The judicial skill, again, can be divided into 5 subheadings. Number 1, knowledge of procedural law. When we started our practice, we were told never ever enter a court hall without CPC if you are going to a trial court. If you are going to a constitutional court, never ever enter without constitution. If it is criminal court, you should go with CRPC. So the first principles of the procedural law, you should be strong. Until and unless you are strong on civil law, especially for you, that is most very, very important. Everyone says, the moment you say filing of this suit, they will say Order 7 Rule 1. That is procedural law. But substantive law being Order Section 26, this is forgotten. And the moment you say here application for injunction, forget about provision of law, they say Exhibit 5 application. I was surprised. Without taking the provision of law, an application is being filed saying grant me temporary injunction. In fact, the source of power of substantive law is Section 94. Incidental proceedings, where you can grant injunction, prohibition, attachment, restraint, mandatory injunction. All this is found in Section 94. So procedural law is very, very important. And if you have control, if you want to have control in your court, you should know the procedural law and also the substantive law. And you should develop the third one is develop the art of giving a hearing. That hearing is that first principles of natural justice, adulteri partem. If you do not follow this, you will be doing injustice. Sometimes it so happens that you may not get proper assistance from the lawyers. You know, once I can recapitulate that once I was having classes to some of the judges in the Judicial Academy. They said, sir, you cannot solve our problem. I asked them, what is that your problem? You please tell me your problem. I will try to solve it. They said, no, sir, it is impossible for you to solve it. When I pressed, they said, sir, the problem is lawyers come in appeals, especially civil judges, senior division. They come and say, the first appeal is there. I have urged the grounds. You have got the records from the trial court. Please look into the records and write a judgment. This is not an argument. The judge is finished. It is very, very difficult for a judge if the lawyer does not argue. Once, I always say that once there is a highly contested matter, the judge will be very much equipped. He will be giving the material on a platter for us to decide, the judges to decide. So always in many cases at the trial courts, there will be instances where the lawyers do not cooperate. They do not say, they do not come, they do not argue. So the proper course would be, in the first instance, you should encourage them, motivate the lawyers, mildly scold them, jokingly taunt them, cajole them, call upon them to do some research and then argue the matter. And then insofar as you are concerned, while writing the judgment, marshalling of facts is one of the basic requirement of writing good judgments. If you marshal the facts, you will be able to write the good judgment. Straight away, you cannot go to the evidence. Straight away, you cannot go to the documentary evidence. So first marshal the facts, then apply the law. Then handling of interim prayers and requests for adjournment. You should keep a check for unwarranted sympathy while considering prayer for granting adjournments or prayer for interim relief. You should also keep in check the temptation of being a populist judge. This is mostly noticed in the district judiciary. Some judges wants to become very popular. So in this regard, and for becoming as a populist judge, you grant an adjournment at the drop of the hat for me asking 2 months, 3 months. This is where you will not be doing justice. So what I say is that you should not allow such requests to bog down the real cause of justice. I am not saying that you should deny the request for adjournments. We had one judge in district judiciary. He was so clever, his disposal was number 1 in the entire state. What he was doing is, he was never refusing adjournment. He was granting adjournment from today to tomorrow, tomorrow to day after tomorrow. So the lawyer should feel exhausted asking adjournment. This is how he would like to manage the court. The stricter you are granting adjournment, the lesser will be the request for adjournment. In the beginning itself, you say no. Nobody knows this judge will go, kahan se naya aaya hai, ye nahi dega. So they will go into the matter. And coming to the administrative skills, there are 5 types. I will not go into all the details. There are some articles in this regard also. And one of that article, which I want every one of you to note down, is reported in 2012 9 SCC Journal Section J1, page number 1, written by Honorable Justice R.V. Ravindran, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. You will get complete, exhaustive details of how you can become a good judge. In that, the 5 aspects of administrative skills have been said. 1 is time management, 2 is board management, 3 registry management, 4 bar management. Bar means bar members, don't get ideas. And self-management, yourself. Time management, I just said, you have approximately about 255 working days. So you know in a year, you have got how many working days. You know in your court, how many in your board, how many cases are there, how many civil cases are there, how many criminal cases are there, what is the stage. Now everything is available at your fingertip. You can manage what is known as, most of them are not following. We have now issued a circular also, what is known as case flow management rules. That is to be strictly implemented by all of you from day 1. You will work miracles. You will get very good results. You manage in such a manner, you ensure that you do judicial work for at least 5 hours. You can be rest assured your disposals will be double the quota. You don't think about quota. Automatically at the end of the month, if you just see your statistics, it will be double the quota. And board management. This board management is one of the art which you have to develop over a period. But you start doing it from day 1, your results will be astounding, extraordinary. You know how many trials you will have to do it. You can do how many witnesses you are going to examine per day. You are going to examine 100 witnesses, next to impossible. Maximum 15 witnesses, maximum. If you are extraordinarily good judge who works from 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock, you can examine about 15 witnesses. You keep on an average, say 8 witnesses. I will do it, 8 witnesses. Not in criminal cases where the witness, the IO brings who will turn hostile after two questions and then cross-examine him, make suggestion, and again it will be over. Not that. Real in civil cases, a declaration or a partition suit where a real evidence is tendered. And now that art of examination in chief has also gone, because it is now affidavit is in lieu of examination in chief. You file an affidavit and that is copy and paste of the plaint, and they do it and finish it off. Mark the affidavit as an exhibit and close the plaintiff's evidence. Examination in chief is more difficult than cross-examination, because when it is an examination in chief, the leading question comes where the other side will object. So marshal this board management with reference to how many cases. Today I will dispose of 8 cases, 4 cases, 3 cases. You have it on an average if you manage the board, and you'll be able to achieve very good time management. And registry management. This is one of the important. Until and unless you get cooperation from the registry, that is your stenographer, human, court manager, and the bench clerk, your typist, and now you will all be getting Chromebooks. And you need not wait. You can dictate while even traveling in the car, you can dictate. So, and you are all youngsters. So you have the benefit of technology. You get the judgments in how many modes of search? In so many modes of search, you can get the case laws. So your productivity should be double than what others are doing. You should show it to the whole country that this batch of 2023 batch is the best in the country. Prove it, show it, put in hard work. And then comes the bar management. This is the most difficult. I will give one example before I conclude in another 3 minutes. Once, when I was the administrative judge of a particular district, one Taluka Bar Association office members came to me and said, "Sir, if you don't transfer this particular lady judge within 1 week, we are going on strike." I said, "What is the problem?" "Sir, we are not able to argue in that court at all." You please ascertain from your own inputs. Then when we found out that judge incidentally happened to be the number 2 in the rank list. She was number 2. She was very intelligent. She had secured very good marks. And she was at serial number 2. So any lawyer who used to get up and start arguing, within 1 minute she used to say, "No, I know this position of law, sit down." And in one case, one of the bar member who was a vice president of the Bar Association, once upon a time, who had put in 47 years of standing at the bar, wanted to impress upon the interpretation of a part performance section 53A of the Transfer of Property Act. He started arguing the case. And the judge said, "No, don't tell me what is part performance. I have stood second rank. We do not want your talent to be exhibited in your judgment. Render justice. In a given case, at an appropriate time, after some years of experience, you exhibit your erudition, not at the cost of sacrificing the dispensation of justice." So my suggestion and my advice is, then we came to know, then I had to interfere and I had to call the PDJ. Then we brought her to the district headquarters, and later on she corrected, and she was writing very good judgments. That portion of an individual was required to be corrected. We brought her to Judicial Academy, told her as to what is to be done, how you should correct yourself, and what is to be done. So this is how you should earn the confidence of bar members. And at every stage, you need not grant an adjournment. As I said, you should take the members of the bar into your confidence. The president and the secretary of the Bar Association, High Court Bar Association, is here, and he'll be very happy to note that if all judges at all levels in the trial court are adopting this. And self-management. This is also one of the most important. Self-discipline, punctuality, maintaining the dias hours. I was told here also there was one judge. They used to fix the time at 11 o'clock. The moment the judge used to enter the court hall. We may also be late, sometimes 2 minutes late, sometimes 3 minutes late. We feel very uncomfortable when we are late by 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So maintain, because when you are on the other side of the bar, when you are practicing lawyers, we used to find it difficult because they have to make a mention in one court, run to another court for mentioning. So these are the practical problems of a lawyer. Why we say a judge should be a lawyer is because it is the wearer who knows where his shoe pinches. So if you have practiced, you will know what is the difficulty of a lawyer. Even otherwise, if you have not done, correct yourself, even at least at this stage. For 130 crore population, or now it is 140 crores, you are about 19,000 judicial officers in the entire country. And you are the privileged lot. God has selected you. You have been given the discharge, the responsibility to discharge the dispensation of justice. Make use of technology. Now technology is at your fingertips. All comforts are provided. You are provided quarters, you are provided car, you are provided petrol, you are provided diesel, you are provided places, you are provided houses, everything. I will tell you one last incident of myself. I had gone to my native place, say Taluka place, not my wife place. So I was sitting on the corner of the road because I was very comfortable going and sitting. And 3-4 persons were there with me. After about 5-10 minutes, suddenly all of them got up. I was standing and I asked them. I was a judge by that time. I was 5-year-old judge. It was in 2014. So I asked them, what is it? They said, sir, magistrate is coming. Magistrate is coming. So they worship you. That magistrate did not know that I was a judge. So that lady was staring at me. Who is this fellow sitting with crossed legs, sir? Then I also stood up. I did not say anything. She just passed away. She just moved. Then later on, she came to know. Then after some time, she telephoned to me. She said, I'm sorry, sir. I did not know that you would be coming in this manner. That's a different issue. Why I'm telling you is in the taluka places or the places where you work, they worship you as God or goddess. That is why it is called as temple of justice. When you go for a bypass surgery, no one will come with folded hands. But when they enter your court hall, they come with folded hands. As a last resort, they think this is where we get justice. So ensure that you maintain that sanctity. The aloofness, maintaining aloofness, this is one of the most important. Maintaining aloofness, you are now entering into a sannyas ashrama. You are entering as a hermit. You are a sage from today. Your only thing is to perform the penance. Penance of what? Penance of justice. Tapasya hai. If you want to enjoy, put in your papers, come and become a lawyer, earning lakhs and crores. It is up to you. But if you want to be a judge, it is a sacrifice. Sacrifice of not only of you, your family members also. Sometimes it so happens a bar member, a bar association member or an office bearer will say, sir, you are going to your native place. I will send my SUV. अच्छा गाड़ी है मुझे मेरे पास और ड्राइवर के साथ भेजता हूं आप ले लीजिए. You may think, no, he doesn't have any cases in my court. So what is wrong? It is not only what you do, what others perceive. if you are very close to the members of the bar, if you are sharing the dais with the members of the bar, inevitably, other than the office bearers, and if some litigant happens to be sitting at the corner of the, and he is the one of the litigant in your court, and the opposite lawyer is sitting next to you, and you are whispering in his ear something, or he is whispering to your ears, he will think both of you are discussing about his case. Even if you think that you are going to do justice and he had a bad case, the moment you dismiss his case, they will write a petition against you to the High Court, showing that I saw on that day they were sitting and discussing. I know that they were discussing about my case, and he should not have shared the dais with the honorable judge. So maintain aloofness as far as possible. That is why sometimes the question of repeated question asked is, sir, now you are entrusting us the judicial, this legal service authority worker. So we have to be in the midst of the Bar Association. We have to be in the midst of bureaucrats, politicians. What should we do? No. Now we are very clear that we are entrusting this job of legal authority only to the full-time secretaries who are not dispensing justice. They will be doing exclusively the judicial legal service authority work. So you will have to concentrate yourself on doing the judicial work. You should guard against temptations. And I would like to quote what John Marshall had said. The power of judiciary lies not in deciding cases, nor in imposing sentences, nor in punishing for contempt, but in the trust, faith, and confidence of common man. They respect you not because you have got the power to punish, not because you have got the power to put someone behind bars, but because you have the power to do justice or to ensure that injustice is not being done to anybody. So that confidence, please maintain. And as I said, there is an article written by Justice Ravindran. Please look into it. And I want every one of you to be that Ubhaya Bharati. And I will be the happiest person when you are becoming a principal district judge, or when you get elevated as a High Court judge after 20 years or 25 years. I don't know whether I will be living so long. But if at all, if I am living, and if I read the newspaper and find Gujarat, oh, so and so became High Court judge, by the time I'll be very old. But be rest assured, I will be the happiest person. And last but not the least, this batch should be the batch which would be the batch which should be copied by the entire country. In many aspects, in many respects, Gujarat is considered as first, number one. And this batch should be the best and the top batch for the entire country to follow your footprints. With this, I congratulate every one of you. And at the same time, I am cautioning you that from today, your tapasya starts. All the very best. Take care of your family also, families and parents. And in this process, don't neglect your family members. I wish every one of you all the very best. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Jai Jai Gujarat.
Thank you, Manoj, for such inspirational speech. Now I request the first selected 7 civil judges, namely Mr. Aditya Rajesh Bhai Gaur, Kevin Kumar, Bhupesh Kumar Parmar, Bharat Ramchand Lakhani, Ms. Pooja Pinakin Patel, Mr. Ravindra Kumar, Dharmik Ashok Bhai Gohel, and Meghna Ben Mahesh Kumar Naudare to come on the stage for receiving the laptop from the dignitaries. Prema Jao. Oh yeah, the honorable the dignitaries will be distributing the new laptop to the newly selected judicial officers, and the remaining judicial officers will be getting the laptops in near future.
This is your first gift. And the last gift you will be receiving is on the day of your superannuation. That means you should not accept any other gift.
Now I request all the newly appointed civil judges to come to the stage for group photo.
One second. There is a book is being. For the convenience of all of you, the Legal Service Authority has brought a book called Jana Samastha Kaido, which is in Gujarati language. So that will be given to you. Make use of that. All acts, state enactments are there. So from today onwards, you will start reading, and the Legal Service Authority chairman, when you will get a mail asking you a question to be answered in 30 seconds. Give it to them. Give it to them.
Yeah. No. Now I request all the newly appointed civil judges to come to the dais for group photo with the Honorable the Chief Justice and the other honorable judges of the committee.
બેનો બધા આવા જોઈએ ને બેનો બેનો આવી જાઓ બેનો બેનો આવી જાઓ બધું કરવું અરે શબ્દ Now I request all the civil judges to take their seats, please. પેલા ચોપડી વાળાને કે હમણાં રહેવા દો, ચોપડી પેલા કે રહેવા દે ચોપડી પેલા ના કરતો ચોપડી વાળા અરે પેલા ના પડી તો પેલા Now, may I have your lordship's permission to conclude the proceedings with national anthem, please?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंग। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Now I request all the honorable dignitaries and invitees to join for the high tea, please, on the second floor and the third floor.